we go. If you're wondering why it's so dark, I really don't know. It's like really dark in my house. I don't know why. It's really annoying. Maybe I'll like move my camera way over here just so it's, there we go, it's a lot better actually. Just so it's less dark, because for some reason, pitch black. Now we got like that blue tone going on. But I mean, we work with what we got. To be honest, we work with what we got. Let me just maybe put my ring light. You can see me make a mess now. Underneath, let me take this off real quick. It's alright, we got time. They're just doing the national anthems. We all good. I'm just seeing if I can move my ring light below. Oh, now we're here. I'll try and not ram anything, make a horrible sound. It ain't working, boys. Now I got the ring light just in front of my TV. This has gone wrong. The lighting is generally better, but like, I can't see the screen because I got a ring light in the way. Let me move it out. We're fine. We got some time until the game starts anyway. This is going over here. We had to turn back on continuous autofocus. Actually a much better angle, I can't lie, because I can actually watch the screen now. Usually I'm on a bit of a tilt, but we're actually okay this time. Wow. Yeah, single game on now, and then stream will be ended, and then put back up the next game. So it's just such a big gap between the two games, which sucks, but it's not a big deal. Like, it's not a massive deal. It's just the timings are a little bit weird. So let me put my links up onto Instagram. Share that out. First stream of the day. And then put First Down Magazine into it. There we go. Happy days. There we go. So it's hot as a motherfucker. It's like 32 degrees in England today. Which is like so remarkably not fun. It's brutally hot. So I'm like gonna be using my fan a lot. Might put that up here. Just so I get some more breeze. Because geez, it's hot. Let me actually look at how it's meant to be throughout the day. Okay, it's technically it's 28 right now. Feels like 30 because no wind, and then at some point they'll be up to 32. So, I'm not used to this. You know, this is not usually me. It's not what I'm acclimatized to. To be honest, though, I think this one is probably going to be a blowout. I believe the Ravens are 40-point favorites in this one, which, like, you know. It's not great. Helvetic have done a terrible job this year. Just in general. I dead ass think that I could be on this team if I was Swiss, but shit. We'll find out how they do. They do have a bit of a retoolment. I don't think that's massively going to help because they were just so bad against Paris. What, they're down 60 at halftime? Like, it's not been a good year for them overall. My hair is very dead because I haven't had a haircut in a couple of days. Well, a couple of weeks. It's getting a little long. I need to get it trimmed. Do that for You Left Live on Monday. Let me check my fantasy. See if we have any aspects we need to take watch into in this game. I feel like I do, but I'm not 100%. What's up, Davide? How you doing, brother? Okay, so in this one, Malik Stanley, the kicker, and the defense. I believe that's the receiver now to play for the Scorpions, right? Is that right? The Italian wide receiver to play for Varese? Okay. If you let me know. I'm pretty sure that's him. I keep moving my ring light to get like optimal light on my face, just so that it's not so blue. Because I got blue like curtains that I never use. I really want to take down. But like, if I ever need a dark room, I kind of need them. Okay, so Malik is the only one on offense, the kicker and the defense. So we are actually quite intent on who is making plays in this one, because we do have quite a few. I don't feel good. I mean, if it is the receiver, I think it is. It's a good step. It's a little bit too late, to be honest. They don't have a kicker. They don't have a quarterback that's able to get him the ball. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see. We'll see. I'd love him to make an impact. I am doubtful on the impact that he will be able to make. There's Darius Nash, Devin Burrell. On paper, Darius Nash and Devin Burrell's a decent DB core. What's up, Ricardo? Good to see you, Leftpedia. Yeah, this one's an early one. Early game, like I said before at the start, but people probably would have missed it, so just sort of coming in. One game on this stream, ending stream for like an hour and a bit, and then coming back for the next games, because they're on at weird times. Because they're on at 12 my time, so 1 Central European, and then 6 Central European, and 8 Central European. So you're going to be doing just this one, having a break, coming back at 5 o'clock my time, and then doing these two. But realistically, it'll just be Surge versus Galaxy that we're watching. And then tomorrow, it will be all day, because it's 1 o'clock Central, and then 3, and then 4, and then 4, so that should be easy. But those Sunday games, I think all of them are pretty good. Vienna, Paris, obviously. Berlin versus Cologne, like low-key kind of fun. Fire Nordic, of course, and then Warsaw and Prague is also going to be a fun one. The Saturday games, not so great. No. 4 p.m. Prague Black Panthers for Danny Dragon. That could be kind of fun, actually. Oh, that'd be a kind of weird time. Alright. What's the over-under for this one? I know the betting line of 40. But what do people think? Let me put that. Let me get a little. I really wish I could put a poll up on the chat via my YouTube app or something like that. That'd be so much easier if I could do that. But sadly not. You know. I've got a ridiculous amount of. Okay, there we go. Munich get a ball first. No, the games are not on at 6. Actually, only one of them is on at 6. The Saturday games this week, usually it's Saturday, Sundays. True. Sign-in deadline very soon. Maybe I'll do that as a... Oh, I mean, can I do that as a post? What every team needs to address? That could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. What every team needs to address during the during the sign-in deadline. But then, you know, some of them... Cologne, everyone. Just everyone. Berlin, just everyone. Maybe I'll do this as an Instagram post rather than, like, a video. So I have to edit it less. I'm not a very good video editor. I need to practice video editing again, because I got, like, a good amount of videos out last year, but this year I've just been really bad at it. But good news. I put up my 8th project. I submitted my 8th project today for my masters. So that's another one down. That was a reset. I have to get 50 on that or I'm fucked. So that one's now submitted. So at least we have done 8 assessments that are finished. I've got one more piece to submit, which is my research project, which is my London Monarchs research project. I've done 60%. I've got a grade for that, for my critical discussion. So I've just got to do 40% of that final mark, and it's done. Whew. They have that running back. Forgot the name. What? Berlin or Cologne? Because Berlin have got no one. We look at ELFpedia. Berlin are currently bottom of the north. Okay, we are nearly kicking off. A special teams score would be good for me. Good to see USH as well. For some reason they scored Helvetic up 8-0 at the start of the game. I do not think that's going to happen. And Munich with a solid return out. That's good for me. Good special teams. Obviously, I want Munich to blow them out. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's the aim for me. Let me see about if those betting lines are going to change. I like to just keep an eye on the betting lines. It's just fun to see how they do it. Because, like, it got to, like, 90 against Helvetic last time. The under was 90. So we got to keep an eye on that a little bit, you know. I just realised Devon Brown might be a problem for special teams. Just collects that. Okay, that could be maybe worrisome. But I doubt it. I don't think they oh no, Tabor is starting. Oh, there's a nice run for about 7 yards already. What's up, Raphael? We'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure, for the Panthers game. I've got some OG merch. My friend Jack, who is a former ELF coach, sent me some retro 2021 merch. I'll be wearing that for today and tomorrow's streams. It's dope. So I very much appreciate him sending me that out. It was very cool of him to do. Right, there we go. Talking about the Brat Panthers. I see. My bad. Oh, screen. Bayern Munich for a good couple yards and a first down. I appreciate you. We're getting there. Scouting and journalism. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That does truly mean a lot. We don't should focus on Scan New Stadium. Fucking right, that stadium is garbage. If you get like old stadiums, like I think Hamburg Stadium, no, Nordic Stadium is really old. But like, it looks fine, it works. Berlin's is awful. Truly awful. Yeah, at least it's a decent crowd in Helvetic today. That's a bonus. That's not bad, you know. It's actually looks like a couple hundred people, which is at least something. To be fair, if I was a Helvetic fan, I probably would just go to see Munich. You know, might as well enjoy a 6-1 team. I see Roman with the false start. A very good player, Roman. Weinhardt. Big fan of him. Nevertheless, so this one is when the betting lines opened, it was over 62 points was the line they gave, and Munich by 40. Tabor gets out of his sack somehow. He's just going to take it himself and run for a decent game. But there are flags. We'll see what's up with that. But Tabor looking elusive as always. Just incredibly good in the pocket. But there's a holding. Interesting. So Munich with a holding and a false start in a row. Not the best of looks to start the game, I won't lie. Yeah, see, that's a crazy thing. Panthers Stadium was built in the 30s, but it still looks great. Berlin's, I think, was built in the 20s. It looks terrible. I know we all had team stats in the game by base basis. My data collection is quite fast. Great to look up things like how many combined 1K yard games we have already, etc. I mean, the more stats, the better. You ever put anything out, I will always be looking at it and always be studying it and using it to my advantage as an analyst. 1st and 25 now, by the way. Tabor's going to step up, gives the ball to, I think, Stanley, who was in the backfield for a couple of yards. Nothing crazy. No, it was not. It was Hamadi. Oh my god. Hamadi with the catch. That was one of Jarvis's picks for fantasy this week, which was surprising to me. You should have seen it because obviously Jarvis was like on camera when he was going through it, but I was like, I didn't see his team beforehand. I see Sam Hamadi, I'm like, that's such a rogue pick. Like, it might work really, really well for him. I'm a Simon Hamadi fan, actually. But it's a very out there pick. 2nd and 22 now. Tabor goes, and it gets deflected at the line. I think that's Tom Set who gets a deflection. And it's going to be 3rd down and 22 now. Kind of mad. Can't lie. Yeah, what's Tom Stat? He's actually been good. Tom Stat has been a bright spark on a really bad team. All the way through this year, he's been a good player. I might do another one of those posts. I know I did that a couple of years ago where I did good players on bad teams, and some people got really annoyed about it. Helvetic being one of them, because I put my Seo beard. People were like, "Oh, we're not bad teams." Like, yeah, you fucking are. Here's Tabor again, looking to the sideline. It is incomplete. Okay, Helvetic. I'm not going to get too excited, but, like, it's pretty good. There's a flag, though. Let me look at Helvetic's roster real quick. See if they brought in any guys I did not catch. Oh, fucking hell. Roughing the passer. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? Yeah, the good defensive drive is 4th down and 22. And they get roughing the passer call, which I think is perhaps a little harsh. Okay, so where is their roster? Have I missed anyone? Oh my god, look at off roster. You can just see the bullet points go on forever. They're a very slim team at the moment. Do they have any E? No, they have 3 E's. Okay. I mean, they found 3 E's, which is honestly more than I thought they would. Kobe Miranda, I believe he used to play for Prague back in the day. But like, shit. FL Salzburg Ducks, a son of Ray Lewis, a running back. Funny we can overlook in season. Still a funny name. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, Ray Lewis's other son, I believe, was looking to play abroad at one point, but he died tragically, which is really sad. Good to see another one of his sons making out here, though. Good for him. Playing at Salzburg, too. It was a good team to play at. There's a table with a decent run out. Gets a couple of yards out of it. Munich's not starting the fastest. And a scuffle which is very much not needed. 2nd and 6. This has been a long first drive for Munich. We do not see them go through long drives very often. They're working their way through. But not great. You look at I'm just still looking at their team. It's just like, oof. I'm called to cut him off roster now because I said before people come and say, yeah, he wasn't really stuff like that. Yeah. There's a good call. Oh. No. Oh my god. Munich doesn't look like I think maybe Munich were a little bit, it started off a little slow. I'm going to be real. It's not the best look for them. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I do this for a living, right? I'm struggling to remember some of the players on this roster. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I do too, a little bit. It's 3rd and 9 now. They need something. This is not a great first drive for them. But I do also have their kicker in fantasy. So if they get a field goal, I'm not like the worst. Here is Tabor to the outside. I need a bit of Malik Stanley too. I ain't got any of that yet. It's a first down for them though, for Munich. I need more Malik. Maybe it wasn't the best call for me to put Malik in. Maybe they'll be a bit more cautious about giving it to Malik. Maybe they might try and bench him a little early. It's always a risk with this, with these bad teams, you know. We got a timeout for an injured player. It was on Munich's receiver core. But they've spent a long time with the ball in their hands, and they haven't really done a crazy amount. Exactly, like that's the thing. I know a couple of the running backs, another all their receivers, another tight end. Offensive line, not many of them. Defensive line, a couple, not very many, but a couple of them. Linebackers, again, a couple, but not many. And then DBs. I'm not going to lie, those E's at DB, I'm not massively aware. And they're E's, which is a bad sign. Right, it's 1st and 10. There's the run. It's a good run. It's Polier. There's the run. Run's been working well already. We've had a couple of moments with Polier. It's Polar. I think I'm saying it too French without saying Polier. Polar. Oh, I think we had another run from him then. Give it to Malik. Give it to Malik. Give the ball to Malik. Timeout Helvetic. We also see a Prague Lions, Kobe Miranda. I mean, I knew the names. I saw the announcement. Ricardo, really? Like, yeah, but, you know. Let me look at Miranda's stats. Kobe Miranda. Superior receiver, normal size, still pretty young to be fair. Played Lions back 2 years ago. How many, what kind of performance did he put out in those games? Yeah, a high of 41, not the best. Give it to Malik. Yeah, he's not even on the field, I don't think. Little fullback run. Hamadi might get a score here. His longest catch has been 21 yards. He came in late, to be fair. I actually got, yeah, he came in very late, week 11 of 2023, and that was not a very good Prague team. But shit, welcome back to the league, man. It will be the greatest upset in sports history, bigger than current number one. But Rams pull down the Dragons, 100%. I'm not gonna lie, if they even keep it within 3 scores, it's a good day for Helvetic. Here goes Russell Tabor, who is in for the touchdown. That was a long first drive, though. A very long first drive. Like, it was not a comfortable first drive. It was not uncomfortable. But it was a score nevertheless. Now they are 40-point favourites, so you'd expect them to score quite quickly. Here's my kicker for the points. We need the points here. Got it. That's a point. Just the one. From 2 in the Rams this year, yeah. I need to go back and watch some Rams football because I did watch them, but not a lot. They weren't a great team. They got beaten 70-0 against Hamburg. Then they beat the Dragons. Like the fuck. What happened in that game? Now that we have betting lines, I guess we could have like the biggest upsets in history. That is a thing we could do. To bet 365 keep the betting lines at the start, it kind of be a challenge, I guess. But I think the current biggest betting upset would be the Raiders. If I'm not mistaken, because they beat Ryan. And the Raiders put up their lineal championship Not this week, but next week. So Raiders will be lineal champions for 2 weeks. I need to make a post about that too. Devin Burrow's already bleeding somehow. Yeah, God Surge. That was a massive one. Is there a thing for upsets? No. Oh, 4th down Fiasco got. Oh, this is nice. See, I'm going to send that to them. They will love that, by the way. Let me send that to them so they can see it. They will be very happy that they've got their own page, by the way. They'll be very happy. Prague was a... Yeah, that's true. They were big. They were what? Yeah, they were like 20 point under. That's a good point. 21 point underdog. So that might be the biggest upset in terms of a betting perspective. From a narrative perspective, I don't think it was that much of an upset. Because I predicted them to win. Yeah, see, there we go. On ELFpedia. Right, here's Helvetic going with the run again. They got a flag immediately as it happened. So they don't really matter that much either. Did they have? Let me look that up. Nothing for first down yet. Nothing for first down. What about me? I'm in there. I'm mentioned right here. There we go. I got my name in the ELFpedia. I made it. In the English section of the podcast area. We love to see it. Let's have a look at these numbers too, by the way. First drive was kind of a slow one, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, they fumbled it? Well, there's my points for special teams and defense. There we go. Give it to him. Give it to him. I need my special teams and defense points. Ah, they got it. Okay. Let's have a look. Clear as day fumble. But it did look as if he got it, yeah. Hey. This is Sam Yusufova. Trying to think of the word I learned the other day, but I'm blanking on it. Sevgilim. Create a new page, choose him, but start over. I'll stick things if you're wrong, missing. See, there you go. You got your own one now. Under review. Interesting. Janam. Got it. Janam. Okay, let's see what happens with this one. It was a fumble, clear as day. But Munich are arguing that they have it. Because the original call was Helvetic. And the Munich player did come out with the ball. Doesn't look as if it works though, because... Oh no, they are still looking at it. I mean, the fumble was never in doubt. It's that bottom... Actually, we'll look at the bottom right. Yeah, shut up, it's got the ball. Easy. Little flex on 1.28 million views in the last 3 days, and congratulations, that is actually huge. Viking Sea Devils final, Tonga only 60 rushing yards. Yeah, but I'm talking like game upsets, you know, not necessarily, because we don't have betting lines for stuff like that yet. Like we have score, we have like teams that are predicted to win by X amount, like Munich being predicted to win by 40, but we don't have odds for Glenn not getting yards and stuff like that yet. I think that's a fumble. I'm not going to lie. Like, recovered by Munich. Respectfully to Helvetic, I want them. I want Munich to win by quite a bit because I need the over, and B, Munich defense and special teams on fantasy, and I think some people definitely would have went for it. I'm interested to see what yours fantasy looks like, Wikipedia, because you still have me beat, and you cracked a top 3. Wild. Oh, Lucas is out of the top 3. No, Felix out of the top 3. He's been first forever, and now he's out of the top 3. That's wild. Sunnyside Shamrocks are at number 1. They've not won a single week. You know what's crazy is like all these people that have won a week, except for Danny and the Cleveland Browns. Like, that's the only people in the top 10 that have won one. Actually, no, Kauz. The Kauz won too. Actually, I take it back. It was minus yards a half, wasn't he? Thomason shooting but completely destroyed Hamburg back then. They did. I watched that game for the final. Like when I was studying for the 2024 final, I watched that game back. They played very, very well. And Hamburg had a decent offensive line back then too. Like, it had some good names. Lewis Thomas being like the main one that comes to mind, but they also had Francis, I believe, at left tackle, another Nottingham guy. Like, they had a good offensive line. I'll look back on that in a second. But Munich are now on the ball. The challenge was successful, and they are now back on the ball. I'm going to put the score up then, just so people popping in can just see it. Here's Tabor looking outside. It is dropped by Puglia. Malik isn't on the fucking field, which is a bit annoying. I'm not going to lie. Malik is not even got his helmet on. Maybe it was a mistake to start Malik. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't like that. That's a spanner in the works if he's not going to play. Because he's just see him on the bottom right. That actually hurts to see him on the bottom right. But the good thing is, defense got me a couple points. And if they score, I will still get points for the kicker getting the PATs. So at least we're at sign. Another successful run by Homadi. It looks like Jarvis is coming in clutch. We actually messaged him that. Where is Jarvis? There he is. I'm going to, I think, Simon might get more points than Stanley. It's another solid run to the outside. Another first down by Munich. Polio this time. They just seem to be running with those two. Don't need to play Rodney. Don't need to give Russell a ton of problems. They got such a dominant offensive line. They can just kind of run the ball wherever they want. And they're moving well, but they'll be 2 scores up before the end of the first quarter. I don't think they got to worry too much, but they have they got to get Malik in here, you know. I reckon they've just got to get him in. They just don't look the same without Malik in. I really wish they had him in. Polio again to the outside run, back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. They're making Helvetic would definitely work for these. Man, that was friggin' fun to watch. They ball out and shoot himself in the foot with the same passes. Yeah, he was reckless. I don't remember too much of him. I won't lie, I didn't watch that much of the ELF back in those days. Like, I'd watch every other game maybe, but I wouldn't watch all of them. Like, I'd watch maybe once a week. Because I was more focused on youth football. Definitely was keeping track on some of the ELF, but not crazy. Here is Malik to the middle. Is dropped by I believe it's Novak who dropped the ball. Not fun. It's a crazy guy quarterback trying to enjoy this fearless kind of play. like weed, if I'm not mistaken, but more successful. I mean, it's not been... Munich haven't been blowing Helvetic away. They are playing, obviously, a weakened team, and I think they'll have Russell Tabor out there by halftime. But surprisingly, they're doing alright. Yeah, I do need to rewatch those games. Here is a screen to Humadi, I believe, again, who's going for a decent gain and a first down. Oh my god, Jarvis is actually cooked. Jarvis has done very well to predict Simon Humadi's breakout game this year. How many yards is he on now? I'll wait until it updates. First and goal for Munich. I think they might try and get Humadi a touchdown here, but they don't have Malik in still, which is really tough for me. And this, at least get a touchdown or something would be great. There is a pass out wide. He's rolling around with the tackles, a couple yards out of it, not bad. Other one was not good for the Carlo Vasquez Vikings fans, that's for sure. Crazy play is a good way to describe. I need to watch him again, man. Yeah, that's going to be on my bucket list to watch this week. I'm having like a couple days where I'm just going to be doing stuff that I want to do because I've now submitted that 8th piece of my masters. So I'm like going to have a couple days just to chill. And I'll watch a Jackson Erdmann game. That's what I'll do. I've watched it once against Barcelona. Because then I can watch some vintage Zach too. Second and goal, 5 yards out. They're going to pitch it to Pollier, who finds nothing. Clock keeps running. Only 7 up towards the end of the third. Yeah, so Humadi has got 10 yards on the ground, 21 yards in the air, so 31 combined yards. It's not bad. Nothing so far for Malik. I can't see him getting in too much if he's just going to be, if they're going to be up 14-0, you know. Ah, that's not what we wanted. That's really not what we needed, boys, for fantasy this week. We needed a big one. I think he might score us a 0. Oh, that was a great throw by Tabor. That was a really nice throw by Tabor. Stadler with the touchdown. There we go. Well done to him. Well done to him. Let's have a look at the ELF stats and see where Russell will be with a couple touchdowns in this one. Fucking hell. What a baller. Is that the longest touchdown pass in ELF history? Selby is 20. He is a little bit reckless, Tabor, with interceptions, but 22 now with that one. The other one was the other one a pass or a rush? It's him getting the rush. So 22 passing touchdowns now for him on the season, catching up to Jadrian, who was on 26, but of course Jadrian a lot more efficient with the ball. And there's a PAT for our boy. I believe. I need to make sure that like he's actually... Yes, okay. For a second, I think Munich had like 2 kickers on their list, and I believe, yeah, 18. We're good. Got a little bit worried for a second, man. And we need Munich to like really come in clutch if Stanley isn't going to play. Oh no! Why would Stanley not play, bruh? I understand you don't want to get hurt. But like my fantasy football's on the line here, Malik. This is a big deal. But they go 14 up. I mean, they have improved. Last time they did this, they got fucking blown out by 35 in the first quarter. Devin Burrell with a nice return out to around the 44, 43. Devin Burrell is a very good returner. It's interesting because that was such a deep return. This is going to sound critical. Devin Burrell isn't the biggest, he isn't the fastest. But he just somehow gets to all these great returns. I think it's his vision and his balance probably, but like he just seems to fit through gaps, you know? I guess he is on the smaller side for a corner, but still. Oh, see, that's a big question. I know a lot of people are big fans of Perry at the moment after what he did against Ryan. Let me look at his numbers after I watch this run from Helvetic that goes nowhere. Because, like, can I go by team? I should be able to go by... I can't actually go by team, can I? Fullback positions, quarterback. It'd be really helpful if they were just, like, together. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Of course, he's played 4 games. Conor Miller only played 1, got 1 touchdown, no picks. Wasn't as accurate. It's kind of tough, right? I think you've got the momentum with Perry. You're in a 5-3 position, which is not bad at all. I think you probably have to take what you have and just keep Perry. You don't want to mix it up. That is a great question. I think if you asked me last week, I would have said Miller. I think now you probably have to keep Perry. Because that win against Ryan was good. I know he wasn't the only person that won in that game. It was more the running game. But he did still have, but then again, he didn't, he got 7 for 14, which isn't great. 120 yards, 1 touchdown. You also got 55 yards on the ground, but you also fumbled the ball. So, like, could they have won by more if they had Miller? Yeah, I don't know. Incomplete. Oh! Was that a pick? That was an immaculate interception. Let me text that, see if they post that. Oh my god, immaculate interception. That's wild. So, Helvetic throw it right, like a rollout. It just gets broken up. It just bounces off the leg of someone, just falls into the hands of Vogel on the defensive line. That's wild. There we go. A forced fumble and an interception for my fantasy. That will help. Yeah, so, man, I don't know. Because the Raiders have always been about the run. That's not a secret. We run it an awful lot more than they pass it, but Perry is a better runner than Miller is. Oh, it's under review. Yeah, exactly. Like, it is a risk. I think the team, from people that I've spoken to, like players, seem to be quite high on Perry at the moment. So maybe Perry is just the guy to keep everyone happy. Last thing you want to do is piss off some guys that want Perry in. So if you just, let's have a look at this one, booth review for the interception. It looked legit, but we don't see if it hit the floor. So the ball gets broken up. Yeah, it just kicks off his foot. That's crazy. That's a crazy interception. That is insane. Wild pick. Not sure Connor will take you further than Perry. Perry is not as injury prone and is a better runner. That's very true. I think Perry's a better choice at the moment. Miller would need some time after he's back. Also true. Perry's played their 4 games now as well, so he's like a lot more comfortable. And he got a big win against the Ryan Fire. Like, that's one of the biggest games that they've actually probably is that and Madrid, the biggest games they've won this year. What's up, Jamal? Good to see you. You'll appreciate the retro 2021 championship merch we got going on. Your team just gave up an immaculate interception. It's not going well, I ain't gonna lie. But good to see you nice and early. What time is it there? It's probably about 6:38, give or take. I think you guys are 6 hours behind if I'm not mistaken. So Munich with a chance here. I just don't think Malik's going to play, which is so brutal. Really wish I hadn't played Malik. There's a run at the middle by Polya, who goes for about 9 yards. Good gain from him. I'll probably bring us to the end of the first quarter with them up 14-0. Need to spell out words in Azerbaijani. There we go. Yeah, so man, I think the one I don't think I'm going to win was the over 62 points. It's unlikely. It depends if they get a playoff at the end of this. Maybe. Throwback kit. What, Helvetics? Big Mike's still there. Is he? He's not on the Lefopedia's roster. I don't know. I don't think I've seen Big Mike. Alright, if they're in 1, go for the end zone. Go to Malik, please. Tabor, shot over the middle is incomplete. Alright, so we might have a field goal here, which would be good for my fantasy. 4th and 1. They might even go for this, to be honest. Did I put anything else on Munich? I got just a few Munich minuses, basically. So I put the over on a few of these. I'm starting to think that was a bad idea. Oh, they're going to go for on 4th and 2. They run it with Polya, who is just up the middle for a first down. Nicely done. Yeah, 62 is a lot. I don't know if they're going to do that. I thought Helvetic, they maybe give up a special team score maybe. I thought it could be a bit of a blowout game because of what they did last time to them. Where did they play, what, week 7? Week 6? Week 8 maybe? I can't remember. No, week 5. Yeah, week 5, where they gave up 35 in the first quarter. Interesting. I mean, it's a start. it's something. Yeah, because they had the backups in by like the end of the first quarter. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe I went a little bit ambitious with the 62. Malik is still dressed, but he just doesn't have his helmet on, or his gloves, which is a concern. Sandy and Rodney, healthy scratch. I mean, they ain't got either of them in. I don't think Rodney wasn't even on the starting lineup. Malik was, but just hasn't needed to do anything. But they're probably going to score, you'd think, with the first play of this one. Yeah, they got backup receivers in. The line's still healthy, but they got backup receivers running back. Tabor's still in at the moment, but probably won't be past the 3rd. I think they'll probably have him out by halftime. Yeah, I think the over may have been a mistake by me, I think. Oh, ton of flags everywhere. Flags everywhere. You never know, though. Munich a little bit undisciplined, I can't lie. And a few moments where they've just been a bit... Eh. Still 14-0 though. Yeah. Yeah, same. Like, I've got the Munich defense, which has been great. 2 turnovers. Great run up the middle. Easy by Polya. Well done to him. Congratulations. And then I've got Slywinga, who has got a couple PATs. He's proud to get his 3rd, which will be good for me. But it's like, you know, it's tough. Because they're 21 points up. They're not going to put Malik in now. Darius Nash trying to start a bit of a scuffle with Roman Weinhardt. That is the wrong decision to do, my friend. Roman is a massive individual and a very athletic individual as well. Right, here's the kick. We need this for the points. We need every point we can get at this point. Looks good. It is good. But hey, 3 points from our kicker. Couple nice points from our defense. It's hopefully going to take over the points for Malik, who is going to probably finish with a goose egg, I can't lie. On sportsmanlike conduct, they are kind of falling apart. I mean, it's not a big surprise, to be honest, but you know. PAT is good nevertheless. Let's see if Helvetic can do anything. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. What all sportsmanlike conduct was about? Because that flag went up immediately. Didn't see anything, but hit us, Jamal. 21-0. Slow death for Helvetic, it really is. It's a shame to see such a storied franchise just be so incompetent. Big shame. Tough Norwood to have a pick on that too. The throw was actually not that bad. Who got the... Staler got 1. Touchdown for Tabor on the ground. Maybe I should have went for Tabor. I don't think Tabor. Can Italy survive with the ELF? Man was the best choice, or could another ELF team in the area? I think, first of all, I think yes, Italy can survive. I do not think it could be a pre-established team, but Italy is so territorial. Like, do you put it in Rome? Do you put it in Florence? Do you put it in Milan? Do you put it in somewhere else? You know, there's a lot of different things. I think Rome would be cool. It would be kind of hard to travel though, is the only thing. Like, Milan was easier to travel because you weren't that far away from many places. But like, Rome would be cool, I think. It's a historic city. Americans know it. It's not the Seaman. The worst name in sports history. I think it could. I think you got more than enough Italian talent, as we saw from Milan. They had some bright sparks. There's plenty of great Italians that weren't playing for the Seamen in the IFL or in the ELF. I think it could be like a Prague, like a Poland. Maybe like a Madrid. To be honest, like a competitive team that can get some wins against the big dogs. I think they could legit be what they are. Let's look at the Seamen, shall we? Where would I go for that? I could search it up. Let me just try and see if I can find it naturally. It's all just, there we go, 2023. 2023 they came in. I tripping? Gosh, all going wrong for Helvetic. They look fucking terrible. I ain't gonna lie, they look good. Yeah. Not a bad one for them. They're pretty easy at the moment. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, you're right. Italians don't like the seamen. No, does anyone else? That's why they had homegrown signers. Yeah, I know it was a problem. It has the talent. They just needed Italian contribution. Yep, exactly. People don't like the seamen because they're management, and I don't like the seamen because they're management as well. 3rd and 22. Norwood's going to pass. Pressure immediately off the edge of the screen. It's going to go for about -6 yards. So, 2024, they were a bad team. 2023, I think, was a better team, honestly. Okay. Yeah, 2023 was a much better team. That's the one I was involved with. I told them they need to improve their defense. They didn't listen to me. Luke Zaradka, I understood why they went for him at quarterback. Honestly, not a bad choice. Like, he was serviceable. He wasn't great. But, like, you know, it's not the craziest quarterback signing. Ali Khalifi was good. I didn't want Ali Khalifi at first. Like, he turned out to be pretty solid. Like, he got Rookie of the Year. But I wanted Dwayne Obi. I've been quite vocal about that. I really wanted Dwayne Obi. But they went for Ali Khalifi instead. Didn't listen to me. He had a good season, but then it's kind of, you know, went out of the league since, which is a shame. Really don't get why he's not signed to a team. He should be. Some solid running back options like Modest Puda, who was good in the backfield as well. And there's some young guys coming through that are really good now. Receiver-wise, now this is where they just fucking ruined it. Andre Serra, great receiver. Flores Calderon, we know what Flores Calderon's about. And Marin Sabatorio, who is a very talented receiver. He might not be like a guy who's first in the gym and out last, but like he's still good. Franchi was a solid tight end. You had Harry Sayer, Lewis Thomas. Oh my god, so Harry Sayer, solid. Gasparo, all-star. Lewis Thomas, all-star. Ronco, solid player. Thomas Felicia, good left tackle. Defensive line, but that offensive alone, right? You swap out Ali Khalifi for Dwayne Obi. And then you maybe reallocate one of the offensive line to defensive, like, maybe. But, like, it was still a good offense. It scored points. Defensive line, not good enough. There's a couple of players. Giacomo Inston was good. Linebackers, again, a couple solid players. Kevin, Diego, Calabucci, a couple solid players. Devin Burrell, obviously, but Marquise Manning was first in. Bismarck Uebel was not bad. Like, there were some good players on that Milan team. But then 2024. Oh, 2024 Milan was awful. And we just watched this play by Munich. Another run up the middle, goes for another first down. Like, Salem was not the decision at quarterback. Jock was not the decision to make a running back. It just wasn't. Again, receivers. Giuliani, Boni, Sabatoro, Lorenzo Bassi, Flores Calderon, good receiver unit. Tight end, fine. Offensive line, noticeably a lot worse. Like, so much worse. Lucas Suarez de Silva was okay, but that's pretty much it, to be honest. Defensive line, I actually liked Gabriel Montagna coming in, but he just didn't really live up to the hype. Linebackers, I like Mike, I like Albushi, I like Kaya, but it's not the elite unit. Here's another run by Helvetic. Jeez, they're just running through Helvetic at the moment. And then Max Min, not an E, in my opinion. Westfall, fine. Felix Plosh as a homegrown was a good thing. Like, they were just, you know, they didn't have the best guys. They really didn't. You look at other Italians that are in the league now. Tamsir Sek, great player. Bruno Escobar, Jordan Bua, Vergani, Delavecchi, Serra, Shadrach Arthur, and Sumensa. Like, it's really talented guys they could have had. There's another screen. Gets a couple out of it. Not bad. Ali Khalifi is German. I mean, even go back to like 2021, there was still a couple. Like Gerald Middendorfer. Solid player. Runco, good player. Alex Ferrari, good player. Yeah, they just fucked it. They could have had something. They could have really been a good team. I do still stand by that. They could have been a good team. Madrid level, Prague level, like middle of the pack, potential playoffs if they have a good season overall. They just did never have a good season overall when they were in there. I believe Ali said he was like open to joining teams pretty recently on social media. I'd like to see him back. But no Malik still. That's what I care about right now as well. No Malik. Helvetic look already pretty tired. I will not lie. They do not look very happy. 2nd and 4. Get Hulmadi a touchdown just for Jarvis. Get it for Jarvis. Come on. He deserves it. Oh, I'm so devastated that Malik can end this fantasy week though. Polya. It's another first down for him. He's fumbled the ball. That's a fucking killer. Sayer gets on it. A guy we just mentioned about being in Milan is now on one of the best offensive line units in the league. Tough. I just hate how much, hate how stubborn Milan was. When I was working with them, it was awful. That board was, they did not listen to a single fucking thing. Nah, the run at the middle is good. Humadi with a good carry out the middle for a nice gain. He's like doubled his yards already on the season in this game. Good for him. 1st and goal. They're going to try and do a goal line fade. It's intercepted. That was a shit pass. That was a rotter of a pass. I don't know what the fuck that was. Why you wouldn't continue to run the ball? I don't know. I don't have Tabor in my fantasy, so I'm okay about that. But that was a bad pass. That's some of the inexperience there for sure. Yeah, it was ownership and some of the people just, you know, they're hard to work with. Especially when their like GM was like threatening me because I said they should change the name. It was a fun time. Right, well, that was really shit. Bayern Munich, I can't lie. Really bad play call, really bad pass. Both of those things were kind of awful, not gonna lie. Not good. Nevertheless, they're still up by 21, so I don't think they need to worry too much. Here is Norwood, gonna go for the pass, he's gonna step up and run, but he is immediately pursued. Actually makes a first down catch. That's pretty good. Oh, they called it incomplete. Looked like it was good for a second, but it was not. They had moments. Right. Second and 10. They are gonna be. Are they playing with? I haven't seen Miranda targeted yet, if I'm not mistaken. There's a run up the middle for a couple of yards. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be another run, third down and about 8. Yeah, we knew this one. This was just a fantasy football watch, really, wasn't it? And I'm gutted that Malik's out. I'm also gutted that currently they don't have 40 points. 3rd and 7. I do have a defensive touchdown. I feel it coming. It's the pass rolling out right. He is going to just take off himself for the first time. He's very quick, Norwood. I really don't get why they haven't just put Norwood at receiver. It's so strange to me. I do not know what. I do not know. No idea. Alright. Flags. Five yards pushing back. I cannot see. How do you have them like not even ready to go and you still somehow get a false start? Wild. I think Miranda's wearing number 2 if I'm not mistaken. But Munich should be quite comfortable. Saw a lot of pink gloves. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It would be cool if we had that. That'd be dope. Pink game. I'd like a pink weekend for the year left. That'd be nice. Nice run out by Norwood. He gets about 12 yards, 13 yards. It's like, give Norwood the ball, but just as a receiver. I don't understand what's so wild about that. Play the UCLA. Just put him at fucking receiver. They literally had an option to put him at receiver and they chose not to. I would love to just sit in a room with the people that make these decisions and just be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're a UCLA receiver and you're not playing him in a receiver, you're playing him at quarterback. And then you sign another receiver instead of signing a quarterback. It's just bewildering. 2nd and 2. It's a first down. I think that's 2. No, that's not Miranda. Oh, shit. Who dat? Who was 13? Was that me and Davide's boy? Hello, Schmidt. My guy. Okay, that was a great play. That's something. If they get on the board, I'd like them to get on the board. Helps with my over 62 points I have tied up on this one. As long as it's like a 45 to like 20. Yeah. No. Like a 60 to like 19, you know, I'd be good with that. Ismail Schmidt. Yeah, I did an evaluation on him. This is not usually his game, those short ones. But I mean, it worked well. Where are they on the spot? Where's the spot? Alright, they're on the 15. I have a really bad feeling that they're still going to not get anything out of this. Because I know Helvetic. I've watched them play many times. Norwood dropping back to pass, dropping back really far to pass. But he manages to turn a corner well, throws it up, which is... Oh, it's called by Schmid! Oh, Schmid! Great play. Alright, shit. They scored. That's not good for my defensive points on fantasy. But still. That's good. We like to see a score. That was actually a good play. Protection was awful, but a good pass by Norwood. Well brought in by Schmid. Okay, he did well on that drive. Very well. It's probably his best game of his ELF career already. To be fair, he's been in a less than advantageous position. Kick obviously missed, because... obviously, so it's now 27 points for the total. Game picks are out there now. Oh my god, Malchow's got 49.7 on his game picks. That's insane. What a baller. Everyone loves Malchow. Let's hope that Munich can do well. And score, because that last pass was shit. I can't lie. Not a good one. And how did he win by 40 while also being over 62? Starting to think maybe that wasn't the best idea. I'm also going to open my window because it's disgustingly stuffy in this room. I need some fresh air. Oof. With a ring light and everything, it just gets hot. I'm just going to move this back here. It's not even doing anything. And my carpet is like so finished because this house is a little older and it's cheaply built. So the carpet is like so thin that it's just got to the point. It's old and thin, so it's just shit. I don't know why it's on more for that bounce for that kick, but we move. I'll keep an eye on the window just to make sure no spiders or anything come flying in. Disgusting. I've got a bad phobia of spiders. Hate those motherfuckers. And it seems whenever I have my window open, they come crawling in. I also got very loud neighbours that like to party. Like every day. They party every day. It's not even like young people, it's old people. Malik's still not in this game, I don't think. We are fucking finished on fantasy, lads. I should have picked different. It's not going to be my week. I'm just hoping some other people made the same mistake as I did. Russell Table's going to run outside for a decent gain of about 7 or 8. You know, I'm happy that the good thing that came out of Helvetic is Jock got to do some coaching. Because I wanted to see Jock coaching last year. 2nd and 3. Can they get a score before halftime? It would be good. Not sure if they're going to be able to, but it would be good. Because they've been kind of slow. Certainly not their best performance that we've seen from them this year. Not the worst, but just kind of like, meh. You know, the backups are in already. Tabor, great pocket presence. Ah, a little bit too high. A great way to step up in the pocket and avoid the outside pressure. That was really nice by Russell. Very composed. Look at this. Gets pressure on the edge there, just steps up beautifully to avoid both ends. That was so nice. Nearly another pick, but there was definitely some positives to take out of that. The pass was inaccurate a little bit, but like, that's improved pocket presence. 3rd and 3 already. Is that Malik in? No, Simon. Sometimes I'll put Simon Hamadi at like... Wow, they really have stuffed them. Huh. Now that is fascinating. Let me see how much the betting lines have changed now. They must have had some change. In fact, they're up by... They're going to sneak it and get the first down, but still... Okay, we don't actually have a spread yet. See what happens. We got the timeout, so that last play won't count. I'll talk to Jason. Shout out Jason Sanders. Good to see him on the field. We like Jason. Right, Helvetic within 15 at half time. I didn't expect that. Just throw it up to Malik, please. Let Malik burn, because Malik's a better receiver than anyone they've got on defense. Let him just go crazy. Yeah, I'm going to stay out on the offense for 4th down. Okay, the spread's gone down actually to 31. So they still think they're going to win by like 52 to 6. They're still pretty confident in them. No, over-under's actually gone to 63. Timmy gets the first down on a sneak. I'd be very surprised. I'm surprised that's gone up. From 62 to 63. I guess there has been 27 points scored at half. I guess that makes some sense. Alright, maybe I'm worrying about nothing. And it's gone back down to 62 now. A 30-point spread. 4 minutes left of the first half. Okay, here's another run by Humari up the middle for a solid gain. Gets probably near the first down marker. Good run by Humari. We'll look at his numbers at halftime. He's been pretty solid. He's fired up too, because I liked him in Hamburg. Obviously, they kind of went for Kaya above him, which is fair, because Kaya's been really good. But like, I also think that he kind of got replaced actually by Lucas, because I think Lucas is now the backup running back, and Chris Mackay is the starter. Jesus, fucking hell. That was a hell of a game. I can't lie. That was a fun one. I'm not sure if we'll see another game like that for a long time. That was a really good game. That was when Galaxy were on top of the world. They couldn't like stop scoring, and all of a sudden they just became a little bit shit. And Madrid are always in shootouts. They just can't seem to fucking win any of them. Like if they beat Munich and the Galaxy in those two shootouts, they would be in such a different position right now. That would mean a world to them. Yeah, they're not hurrying up at all. They're just taking their time. They're at the 49. They can take their time. They got 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. There's a run again. Line is just dominating Helvetic. It's only maybe 3 or 4 yards, but like the push that Munich gets is just so much more than Helvetic can stand. If we get a score before half, I'll still feel pretty confident. They're just letting it run down to 2-minute warning. Don't even need him to do anything. Last over 1 KOs combined 2023. Cologne and Dragons. I want to look at the. Let me look at the games and then look at the box score. So it was Cologne versus Dragons. Which week was it? Cologne v Dragons. It was probably going to be one that's pretty high scoring. Can't remember what week it was though. Cologne Dragons. Cologne Dragons. Where are you? Where is it? Which game was it? The Dragons were shit that year. No. It's not well, right? Oh, it's because they're not active anymore. Oh, 2021. That one or not? It'll be that one, won't it? It'll be the 60-51 probably. Oh, we don't have a box score. Ah, that's a shame. I hope we had a box score, but it doesn't seem as if we do. That's okay. It's Russell, pressure. He goes up. Way too far. Overshoots. 3rd and 6. And they, Munich have been allowed a pressure or two. Can't lie. It's definitely not been as like comprehensive as we would have seen. Oh yeah, okay, can I look on that with this one? Can I look at it on the old website? I might be able to look at it on the old website. What week was it? 7? Oh shit, and a sack as well. They're kind of fucking this up. Ah. Still nothing. The 2021 box score of the most yards in a single ELF game. 4th down Helvetic. Go for it. Just get Malik on. Please get Malik on. I'm begging you, just get Malik on. Just let him go deep. Let him just jump ball it. Ah, they're gonna punt it. Boo. I want to see him score again. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see him score again. I am not a fan of this heat. We're gonna get an ice cream at halftime. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. 4th and 13. Punt ensuing. Munich waited till right at the last second, called the timeout just so they can get as much time off the clock as possible. Let's see what I get. I mean, to be honest, he's only 2 scores. You know, I'm not saying they're going to come back. They're not going to do anything Helvetic-wise. But, like, it's still a little bit mad that Munich haven't been as offensively potent as we've seen them in the past. Maybe they will keep on starters for the second half. I didn't think they would have originally. Right, punt again. And now they're only favoured by 27. Which is still a lot, like, don't get me wrong. It's slowing down. I mean, to be honest, I might take that action on Ravens 27. They're up by 15. They can score 2 more. I might just put a little sign on that. Ravens by 27, so they only got to score 20 points in the 3rd and 4th, which I think they can do. We'll probably get a kneel here. Expecting a kneel. They're not going to do it. Maybe they are just going to go balls to the wall, try and throw a big one. It's a risk. It's going to go. It's going to take off. Norwood's taking off out the middle. Slides. We get a timeout here. Maybe they try and kick a field goal. It'd be kind of mad to see them do anything out of this drive. It's a third and final timeout. There we go. You see, you've already got that immaculate interception already done. Michael Jordan's Airbnb is now on. Michael Jordan's old mansion is now on Airbnb. Nice. And that's a wild home. All right. 18 seconds. Norwood looking right. Rainbow in the pass. That goes out of bounds. Yeah. It's about 30 degrees. Let me have a look. 31 degrees at the moment. And it's got humidity's at 40%. So yeah, it's humid and it's 31 degrees. So I'm struggling. And my house is just like an oven. Here's a rollout by Norwood. He's going to throw it incomplete. Still another chance to go for a shot at least. I get a coffee and iced coffee and an ice cream. I deserve it. Don't tell George, my friend. He'll kill me for not being on my diet. I let the diet slip. I ain't gonna lie. Yogurt time's been on pause for a little bit while I was just finishing off those masters assignments. I'll still be doing jiu-jitsu once or twice a week. But we've been pausing the gym and diet just until I get this sorted. Now it's sorted. I finished that off today. So I feel pretty good. Here is Norwood again. Pressure. He's going to roll out right again. There is a flag, which is probably going to be for holding. But Schmidt gets a catch for like 2 or 3 yards. Oh man, you got the mountains as well. That'd be the best place to be in the world when it's hot. really hoping I can travel with my girlfriend to Tyrrell at some point in my life. That'd be awesome. Flag, I think, will probably be for holding. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's what that's nice. You know, it's hot, but it's comfortable. It ain't comfortable here. it's just like, ugh. 31 degrees of just, there's no wind. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to the UK, but the air, it just sits, you know. It's not like heat. I've been to Vienna when it's hot, and it's nice because, you know, the heat's moving throughout houses. In the street, you know, there's like water fountains, and there's a bit more wind. Here, it just sits and just stays, and it's sweaty and horrible. They're going for a bookie play to end the half. They went for a run to end the half, which is odd. There's children screaming outside the house, like I said before. I've got loud neighbours. Okay, right. I'm going to get ice cream, cool off a little bit. I'm shut my window so none of them insects get in. So like one already got it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the... Not a spider or nothing, but there was an insect in my house. Can't be having that. Right, I'll be back in 2 ticks. Coffee and ice cream is a must. We got it. I'm feeling better already. Man, I'm still looking. We get big this week with some of these over-unders we got. I'll be booking that Czech tour. I say tour. A couple days in Prague. Right, there we go. Got a cornetto. Living the dream. Half time in this one. Let me refresh and look at the numbers. Okay. So, we'll start with Helvetic. Norwood, to be fair, 5 for 9, 56 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. To his credit, that 1 interception was like a freak accident. He's also got 38 yards rushing. That's impressive. That's crazy. This is already like melting. It's been seconds. Seconds. So we got Mountain Rock. Not to worry. Alright, so. Interesting. Huh. Now that is interesting. What has it got now? Because some of those, let's be real, were not good enough to be. Where is it? GFL. Because GFL has done like weird shit with their stats. They've made it super annoying. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that right? 15? Get rid of Wildcats. Probably get rid of, like, Sarland from the first division. Get rid of Paderborn. Yeah. I'd say it's a good call. Because, like, people said about ELF blowouts. Blowouts in the GFL just as bad. Like, some of them were closer, obviously, but some of them really fucking weren't. Like, Potsdam against anyone. 84-20. Over 100 in that one. And they had the odd close one, obviously, but you know. 68-13. Not just needed that issue. They need to pay you to do that, bro. To watch GFL football. My God, but that website's awful. I really expected more. The GFL, to be honest, the GFL has got no excuse for being as bad as it is. Like, the website doesn't work. The stats are terrible. Like, it's just not good enough. Yeah, they got an automatic team. I never actually realised they had automatic teams. I don't know why I never clocked that. Maybe I'm not watching it too much, but still. Yeah, they need to, like, I don't know. I'd love to see Berlin die and Potsdam come in. No, me neither. Obviously, when I have to, I will, but. You know, I'd like to see Cologne and Berlin replaced by Dresden and Potsdam. That'd be really fun. Then again, Dresden have the Monarchs name, that would make it tough. Where's New Yorker? Where is Ronstag? There's a map, right? GFL. American football. I'm pretty sure like a Wikipedia has like a map of all the teams that make it a lot easier for me as a non-native. There we go. Yeah, you get the Royals in. They replace Berlin. Monarchs would be really good. Like, it really would, but just the name would make it tough for a UK expansion. Because you want Munich down here, they're taking up that. Stuttgart are over as well, you're not going to have that. We are very oversized, don't need any teams around here. We've got Hamburg up here. Yeah, Lions down there, we don't need Lions then. We need more East representation. Because Berlin are trash. It's so good to have Royals, I can't lie. Like, I'd love to have the Royals in the ELF. You got ready-made fan base. Got good coaches. Shit. It's crazy. Never knew that. Mine was just I was bad, so I stopped playing. It's fucking insane now. German bowls for every universe. What's like the biggest German bowl? I'm surprised that Potsdam only have 3. It's wild to see the longevity though. Like, GFL could have been so good. It's never really did enough. New Yorker, great from the 90s all the way through the 2000s. and 2010s, but yet to win one in the 20s. That's why we saw the rise of the Schwabisch Hall and the old Potsdam Royals. And Dresden too. What do you think about Spiller moving to Royals? Would be development for him? Yes, I think it will. I think, to be honest, it might reignite signing him because, you know, he's lost a lot of games in his ELF career. And I think he deserves to win some. I think he's going to be around some good coaching so he can have development. Not that he wasn't with, well, you know, he was at some point. Not around good coaching Helvetic, but at least Potts have a lot more solid foundation in it. Jesus. Fucking hell. Man, why you got into the numbers? Protect that brain, man. We need it as part of the ELF community. Yeah, I'm obsessed now with the idea of having the Monarchs. I don't know if you could change their name. Fans would not be on board if you changed their name. And like, could you change the London Monarchs? I don't think you really could you? Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be an option. They're not going to give up their name, which they shouldn't be expected to. But we need someone here, right? And we don't need too many teams up here. We already got them. I do apologise for the loudest ice cream ever. I feel like I've been a bit grim. But Munich only up by 15. Munich are around here. We just need something else. I mean, even in, because we don't need Cologne. I hate to say it, but we just don't need Cologne. And Berlin are a mess. London football. Like, they're so bad, Berlin. They're lucky to, like, have 2 wins. Who did they beat, actually? Who was the other one they beat? Oh, the Indianapolis. They beat Cologne and the Indianapolis. Even still, tough one. That might be a fun way then. Maybe we'll see Cologne get a win. Hey, you're not wrong. A fumble and 2 picks overall. You are not wrong. Good to see you as well. Shout out Schmidt. He's doing alright. No, total offense, Helvetic have got 100 yards. Yeah, Will Lytle's gone. London Harris is gone. Like, they have such a talented roster. Like, they could be stolen from easily. Like, if I'm looking at next year, if I'm Munich, Hamburg especially, I'm looking at Emil Folks. Let me distribute, right? Say Berlin. I don't know if Berlin are going to make it next year. I really don't. Like, if they do, great. They need to be massively better. But if I'm another team, oh, fun. Good news. Don't know why I was doing that then. My CPU is not crazy high. Maybe it's just a blip. Either way, I'm taking Tyler Foster, Bios Kinder. Nicholas Schum as well, good player. Nikolai Schulman, stealing him if I can. Neville Kruger, stealing him if I can. Aaron Grossman stealing him. Kleinman, stealing him if I can. Marcelo Alvarez Plata as well. There's a lot of guys. Gedic. Maybe it's like a special teams guy. There's a ton of guys, man. It really is. Such a shame. They have just nothing, really. How well have they been historically? They've never been great. First year, terrible. Second year, not bad, but mid. 7-5. And then they got to the playoffs with 8-4. But lost in a wild card. It's like, you know. This is true, maybe it is. This is very true. But in 30-degree heat, we gotta have ice cream ASMR. It's a law. You look at the alumni at Berlin, honestly. Like, if you go back to 2021. 2021 was a bit weird. They didn't have a very good team, I can't lie. But they did have some moments. They had Polly, who was a good player. Jones was a 1K receiver. Nikolai Schumann's good. Otavio Amorum's, a solid offensive lineman. Adideo is now in the NFL. Will Nasri is a solid player. Luther Shunt's a solid player. They have some moments. 2022, they have, again, but they got Albert, who's a good running back. Robin. Schumann still. Connor Bolton, Lawrence Cole Baptiste, Tobias Rodlinger. Stanley Zegbe, Carl Kitchens. Ludwig Myron. Amir Kalani. Really good. 2023. Aaron Jackson, Max Zimmerman, and Robin Vilcek, and Bias Kiyunda. That's a crazy receiver core, by the way. Crazy. Nikolai Schulman, Lawrence Lodinger, Felix Lepper, Emil Horvda, Carl Kitchens, Ludwig. Alex Spillum's a good player. And that's the one they went to the playoffs with. And even last year, Bias, Jackson, Robin. Like Kyle again, Emil, Ludwig, like they're players. Definitely one of like the biggest what if teams, I feel. Gotta be. I don't know what if is, if they had a better offensive coordinator, better defensive coordinator, better coach. I don't know, better schedule even, I don't know, but never quite put together. Quarterback inconsistency, definitely one of them. They've never really had a guy at quarterback. Yeah, true. Also a shit division. That's a good point. Like, this year it's been Sullivan, who's been bad. Last year was Sullivan, who was still not great. Slade Jarman was average. And then just Calvin Stitt as well, and Joe Guarinamo, just not great, There's never the guy. And like you said, they do get to the playoffs in a bad division. You are right. I forgot they used to play in the East. They played in the East both those years. So they played North, they were bad. North, they were alright. Playoffs in the East. And they're pretty bad in the East. Now they're in the North. They've played in technically two different conferences. The North and Northern, you know. Third and 5 for Helvetic. Malik is still in pads. Ball goes high up, but if it was bad because everyone else around him was bad, no. He's just playing bad. People defend Sullivan a lot, I get it, they like him, but like this year he has been awful. And last year, I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't great. Oh yeah, because you're 8 and 4, obviously. And so were they. Yeah, that's brutal, I can't lie. Great D. There goes the punt. High punt. But they had some offensive superstars too, like Jackson, Robin. Bias is still a really good young star now. Like last year, they had Harry Sayer and Lucas Lavin. They had Felix Lepper. This is a solid offensive line. That's not bad. Yep. Tyrrell love 8 and 4. All roads lead to 8 and 4. We want quick scores from Munich. Preferably with Malik, but he's still not on the fucking field. Oh, good run at the middle. Oh my god, he ran with it! Oh my god. Wow. Munich, what the fuck's going on? Munich are kind of fucking this up a little bit, I can't lie. Not great by Munich's offense. Multiple fumbles. I know they've recovered one, but that's still multiple fumbles. It's a great defensive play, I won't lie. But like, wow. What the fuck's going on? I also think they were hurt, but I don't know, my god, the 2024, they also had Al Khalifi, they had Albert. Yeah, damn, that's a kind of mad one, I won't lie. Who have they played against? They've never lost. That's weird, that's a fun fact. Surge of, Berlin have never lost the Surge. Sorry, yeah, it's currently 21-6. I'll put it up and score. There you go. But like, you expect a lot more from the Munich's offense. Defensively, they've been pretty good. Offensively, they've been pretty poor. Like, they had a few drives, so they look alright. But then since then, they've thrown out turnovers in the red zone. They had the fumble that they've just given up then. Like, that's kind of mental. They haven't got any turnovers on defense in a while. They've got no picks. No, they do. That's a lie. They've got one pick. Actually, and they got a fumble. I lied. Their defense is still doing good. No sacks, though, yet. I mean, shit, that's a bad play to allow for a first down, a big run, but he looked like they had him, and he still gets through. Damn, are Munich on upset alert? They've definitely come in a little bit overcompetent. Overcompetent? Overconfident. Get Malik back in. You cannot work as well without Malik. This is the facts. Malik is an excellent receiver. Helvetic just over the 50 now, heading into the 40. Can Norwood make it happen? He's going to pass, going to run around, he's going to look to pass. His receiver slipped, the ball was behind him. Incomplete though. I never watched the top 50 run by Sanders before. I started watching before the 11 matches as well. Yes. They're calling for flags. I don't really know why. Barry Sanders is one of the best pure running backs of all time. He was the Barry Sanders of the year left. Oh, that's actually a good question. We don't have anyone who's put up numbers like Barry, but still. 2nd and 10, Norwood takes a snap. Rolling right again. He loves rolling right. He's going to rainbow it over the head of the receiver, though. Yeah, maybe. He is dressed, but yeah, maybe he's hurt. Traveling distance minimal 2. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, maybe not worth it if they do. Be able to join you tomorrow. Hope the game's alright today. Munich not messing up there. We got a good game later after this first stream, of course, which is Surge Galaxy. That'll be a fun one at 5, so that's in a couple of hours. Good to see you though, Aiden. Yeah, this is just a bit of a flat performance. I criticised Helvetic for not Helvetic. I criticised Nordic for having a flat performance against Hamburg. Maybe I've got to do the same against this one. My hair is a mess, by the way. Just want a little hat. It's a lot better. For me, Smith over Sanders. Sanders way more elegant. Smith more runner face. That's true. It's a fair point. Emmett was absolutely fantastic. I think Marshall Falk gets a shout in there as well. And Eric Dickerson he's still got the all-time rushing records. I think he's in there. He was more like a galloper though. I mean, even AP, definitely not like the GOAT, but one of the best running backs of all time. Okay, 3rd and 10. Important one for Helvetic here. So they want to try and walk away with points on this drive, which would still be rather shocking. Give me a pick 6 or something, please. That'd help me on my way. Oh, it's gonna be a sack. Big sack. All that for nothing, it seems. Screen was just covered up. Norwood had nowhere to go. Had to try and make something out of it. Guess a few Ravens on him. 4th and 14. They're gonna go for this. They are looking like they're gonna go for a 4th and 14. Don't jump offside, Munich. You'd be very silly to jump offside. Even if it means sacrificing a bit of pressure. There we go. They actually are going to go for it. Rolling right again. Incomplete. Schmidt says he's got the ball. Not sure what the ref's going to say about that, but I don't know. Yeah, that was fucking insane. But he also had a better offensive line than Barry ever had. See what the refs say about this one. It's close. Oh, here's a turnover. They're not even going to look at it. Let's have a look on the replay. Rolls right every time, Norwood. Oh, yeah, that's definitely incomplete. Yeah, that's not even fucking close. Yeah, that's clear as day. They turn the ball over. Munich now taking over on their own 45, so pretty good for them starting wise. Taking a while to snap the ball in a minute. There we go. There's a run by Humadi. It's a good run. He's going to bounce that side for a first down and a bit more. Now, see, I think they need to give it to him. I think Simon might be the hot hand right now. Looks like a bit of a Jarvis masterclass. But like low key. Yeah, it did. It bounced. Give Simon more of the ball, man. Give the ball to Malik. I really want Malik to have some action. No yards, nothing, everything. I wouldn't say every play, but he would definitely be the guy I'm going to most. I like Puglia. He's a solid running back, but 2 fumbles now. I'm favouring Simon, definitely. Really want to get another tattoo. I know I only just had one, but I want another one now. Maybe after the season. Well, I'm gonna get my Prague one. The Prague tattoo is happening. Right, here is the quick pass, which is going to be a backwards pass, so a fumble. Moore is not cooled down. He wasn't cooled down there, but I feel like he kind of was. That was a bit of a mental play by Sam Moore. Shows off some of that explosiveness potential there, though. Jesus. So there's a backward pass, there's a fumble. The ball is live. He gets that. Oh my god, that was incredible by Sam Moore. Holy shit. That was wild. Great play by Sam Moore to make. Jeez, what a play. Yeah, throws are a little off. You are right. Tabor's not quite looked on it today. There's another run by Humadi, like we were just saying. Looks like he's doing well. Spins out of the first challenge. Gets a first down, 2nd and 11. I'm going Simon Humadi. Let's have a look, see if they've got any updated numbers. There's still one of his eyes. Schmidt on last play, but we'll give it a chance to refresh. There's another run by Simon. He goes for about 6. He's doing really, really well. Because he was listed at 33 yards, but that's definitely not the case anymore. But it still thinks that Helvetic had the ball, so there's a flag on the play, though. Let's keep this one going, refs. What? Flag on the D. Most you not jumping to secure the ball. Wants to pick it up. It's a mistake. I agree. Just mental mistakes by Helvetic quite often. Dead ass though, if they had an offense, they could have scored a few times. Defensively, Munich have been solid, but not perfect. Offensively, Munich have been pretty meh, you know. Again, moments. They've got 3 scores, but like all of them were like in the first quarter and like plus 10 seconds of the second. They haven't scored yet in the third. I would like them to, very much like them to score a couple times. But currently nothing. First down the 11. Refs are amending the spot. Right, give it to Hamadi. Hamadi deserves it. We want to see Hamadi score. He's been the reason they are in this position in this drive. Give it to Sam. None of these goal line fades that just look like shit. There we go. There we go, Simon. It's about another 8 yards. If I was a coach, mistakes like this would drive me crazy. But no point got profit by any opponent. I 100% agree. I'm not a coach, but like that goal line fade was poor. Then you give up the fumble. That was not good, you know. And then on defense, you've allowed some chunk plays like that one to Schmidt, and then Schmidt again straight after with that. So like, there's been moments Helvetic could have done something. Give it to Simon. Oh, they've given it to Russell. He's gonna barrel in for a score. 2 rushing touchdowns by Russell today. I think if they had an offense, he would jump on the ball. Yeah, I think. Touchdown, Munich. I feel a little bit bad for Simon, I can't lie. Yeah, I want Simon to get more of the ball. I feel a bit bad for him. But kicker, get me points. Get me points. Get me points. Get me points. This will be what, 4 points now at the PAT? If he makes it. Kick is up and looks good from the camera angle. It's not! Fuck! Shit! That's not good at all. Oh man. Oh, that's a really annoying actually. That looked fine. That looked in. Anyone else think that looked wildly in? Am I the only one that saw that? That looked clear as day, yeah. Oh well. I'm moaning over a point. I'm moaning over my fantasy points. That's what I'm moaning over. So they're now up by 20. They're still up by 21. There's still quite a lot left, so you know. Still got time to hit on that plus 27 I currently have going on. Plus 27 and a half. So actually you kind of really need them. Just go that fucking PAT. Right, here comes the kick, which is up. Good kick. If he returns, then Burrell never doesn't return. That's the thing. I guess those moments there where he turns, he goes to the sideline every time and he stops and turns back around. Teams never stop it. Because he follows his blocks well all the way up to that and then he just makes the play on his own and just looks for gaps that they've caused. I really think teams could plan around that, to be honest, but it was ruled XP for every no good because it was too high. Really? Is that possible? That's all, like the posts would just extend up like all the way forever, hypothetically. That's mental. I didn't realise that. Come on, let's get a defensive score. That'd be great for my points. Haven't got that yet today from my Munich Ravens. This will make them what, 6-1? Let's look at the standings. They go 6-1. They'll be the number 1 seed, I believe. Yeah, because this is a conference game. So they'd have 4 conference wins, and Munich would go to the number 1 seed. Yep. I agree. I also had Munich by 40. I think that one's out the window. I also had Malik Stanley in fantasy. Looks like that's gone out the window. 3rd down. You never know. Munich did score 30 in like a fucking quarter at one point. I have no idea. I honestly no idea. 3rd and 2. I'm calling it now. It's going to be a roll right and a throw to the flat or a run by the quarterback. Every time. It's a snap. It's actually a handoff. Shit, it's actually quite a good handoff too. Damn. To be fair, it's not a barn burner, I will admit. Helvetic can't really do much. They've had a few moments, to be fair to them, but nothing consistent enough. And they're down by 21 points. Come on, get a defensive score, Munich. He's gonna let him run again. I really am just like Helvetic. Just put him at receiver. Seriously, just put him at receiver. Look how fast he is. Put the motherfucking dude at receiver. Even at running back for a few plays, you know? Like, look how elusive he is. Look how, like, mobile he is. Stop ruining him. Yeah, if Helvetic scored, I think my bet might be out the window. I'm not gonna lie. Which would be rough. Norwards gonna rainbow the ball and it's incomplete. He's calling for flags. I don't think that was any flags. I think that was just a bit of defensive play. Let the defender make a play on the ball, you know. Which he did. I think that was Umbra who did. It's a great defensive play actually. Very nice. 2nd and 10. Defensive score coming soon, I feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Drake's now stepping up, going back, throwing the ball to running back. Again, actually pretty good. 3rd down now. Like, Fitzpatrick's probably going to make the tackle there. Third down and 5. Tough one, eh? Oh, 3rd and 6, I amended it slightly. 4 minutes left of the 3rd quarter. Munich haven't really pushed the ball downfield that much. A lot of runs, a lot of short passes. Norwood's going to go deep again. It's Schmidt with a touchdown. But real Davide, not great. Not great. Yeah. So far, not so good. So 1, I got Munich by 27.5. That's not going to happen. Oh, the over on the points. Yeah, we've actually started off pretty horribly so far. On all accounts. Actually rather bombastically poor from Munich so far. They've allowed a couple of touchdowns. They go for 2 here, obviously. It's such a given for 2, but he's going to get stopped. Wow. I don't really know about that one. It seems like that was a good idea. I really thought they'd be a little bit better. Munich just looked flat. There is a flag. I'm not sure if this one's going to count. It looks as if there's like stop moment. I don't know, but I don't know why I went over. I went over, but I don't know why I did that. I put quite a lot on the over. Yeah, that was a silly mistake. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no good. Damn, I'm gonna lose like 60. Oh, Jesus. Oh no. All from Munich just being a bit poor. Ah, relax, relax. I ain't gonna win this one, but like, jeez, I really thought that Munich would be so much better. Damn, I'm disappointed in Munich for real. Not good. They gotta be better than this. I was critical of Nordic when they did the same thing against Hamburg, and I'm gonna be critical of Munich in the same situation. Not good enough for them. You expect more from this team, you really do. Right, if... No, they didn't. If Munich score with this one, I'm going to just cash out for a loss and a few bets, I think. I think I need Munich to score, though, just to make the bet lines go a little bit in my favour, but I will be cashing out, because Munich have not been good enough. And they're going to fuck up all my parlays. So the least I could do is cash out like a £10 parlay for like £1 or two. Reinvest it into the next one, you know? Yeah, like Stanley not playing, that's fucked me over. I ain't gonna lie. A legal procedure. Yeah, that Stanley not being in the game has annoyed me. Munich having multiple fumbles, that's annoyed me. Their offense in general has been kind of, you know, multiple fumbles, a pick, just a bit, kind of poor. And we know they can score quick, they just don't seem to be trying very hard. So the 40 though, just get Malik on, throw it deep to him, and then just make everyone a little happier, you know? There is still quite a bit of time on the clock, I just don't feel confident about my bet. Have they taken out Russell? They've taken out Russell! Now that is interesting. They've taken out the starters. They're only up by 2 possessions. Yeah, there you go. That's actually mad. They've taken out the starters, only up by 2 possessions. It's in the third quarter, but like, you know, if it's 4, it's in the last couple of minutes. I get it, but... Well, let's see him more then. See if he just fucking goes gun slinging. No, I don't like it either. I mean, if it looks a little bit better on a scoreline, at least people will be a bit more relaxed, I suppose. Oh my god, they've dropped the ball again. They fumbled the ball again. Oh my god, they've fumbled the ball again. That's wild. They fumbled the ball again. Munich looked bad. This is concerning for Munich. Kind of worried. He was not. He wasn't touched. Yeah, he wasn't touched. It's not going to be under review. He wasn't touched. Unless they call him just down. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully they do. And they just say his knee was down and call him down. Hopefully they do. Valentin was tripped. Like, oh, it's the hand. I see. They're gonna say the hand like. Oh, they're gonna say that like tripped him. And that was technically a tackle. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fair. That hand. Yeah, I mean, he does touch him. And that's what makes him go down. So yeah, I think that probably is. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a tackle then. I mean, that's not impossible to say at all, ref. Commentator. There was contact. Commentator said, not sure if there's a way to say. Well, I mean, fucking, there is. Yeah, that's not a fumble then, surely. Yeah, there was a contact. He touched his shoulder there. What? I'm sorry, what? That's just bullshit. He clearly got the fucking touch on him. That's ridiculous. Terrible refereeing call there on Munich. Munich have been annoyed about the refs recently. And shit like that happens. I can see why. 10 fumbles? That's bullshit. Like that's a wild call to make. Not a fan of that one, ref. I won't lie. Bad call by the ref. That's poor. I gotta hope Helvetia get a little bit desperate, to be honest. Munich, though, I'm just shocked how many fumbles and silly mistakes, and they just can't seem to fucking get out their own way. They keep allowing that same rollout, right. It's the only thing they know how to do, and they keep allowing it. I know that a few Munich players did message me, and they're like, these refs are fucking ridiculous. Stuff like that, I can understand. That's a bad referee call right there. 3rd and 8. Let's hope. I don't want to lose all my fucking. I don't know why I don't realize I put all of them on Munich. That was a bad mistake. Third down and 8 is incomplete. All knocked out. You think they're probably going to punt this, right? Might be a bit too deep in their own ends to go for it. You could say it was not clear, the handles on the play. I don't know, it looks pretty clear to me. I don't know, I disagree. I think you could see on that first angle that he had the arm hand on the arm, personally. I think it's a bad call. I think that first camera angle showed it. I mean, I don't know if they did. I know you're still mad about that blindside block, but Helvetia go for a timeout. They've used 2 of their timeouts already. I ain't gonna lie. Also, they didn't just beat you because they had the flag. They did just also outplay the Raiders. Well, let's see what they got here. And why teams in White House and rest, they're complaining. I don't know about that. I don't know what team I'd say is the most beneficial from the refs. I think the Raiders are also a little bit beneficial for the refs. There's definitely some holding calls that they get allowed on. I don't know. I don't think there's no team that comes to mind that's like always getting all the refs. They call that down? Alright, these refs get a bit ridiculous. They just said this was a fucking... That ball was broken up, rolled right. They're going for a shot. It's incomplete. But flags, that's... Refs, come on, man. You can't just keep doing this. Refs are kind of acting a little crazy right now. I'm not a massive fan of this ref, I won't lie. I do feel like this ref isn't the best that the league has to offer. I don't mean to be rude, but I do recall some games that have been very much held. I think there was a Surge game that was like really held up. Can't remember which one it was. It might have been the Galaxy, but the game was just like begging to end, and this ref crew just kept on throwing flags. But if they gotta get Tabor back in, if they only have one possession lead, but them being close with Helvetic is terrible. Fire last championship, yeah, that call was awful. You are right. Yeah, that fucking PI call was awful. Who's going to come in? They go from the ball. Yeah, Malta, I'm not sure. I don't know the faces sometimes. I recognise the faces, but not the names. You know what I mean? Yeah, refs do need to improve. It's just hard to improve refs because they need to be educated. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think refs is probably the hardest thing to make in Europe though, because you need like real educational stuff, and you need to pay refs pretty good, and that's obviously not like a glamorous job. But Munich also just kind of look a little bit poor. You know, they ain't looking that good. I'm gonna be real. They're not winning this very convincingly. I expected an awful lot more from them. Oh, I've just lost like 20 quid. My gosh. Yeah, that safety call was ridiculous. I'll give you that. Now, that one was a really bad call. Alright, I was going to go for a fuck it bet with like £1 that I have. I'm just going to put like an outrageous £1 bet on. There we go. Might make me £117. £170, sorry. Yeah, it was a ridiculous call. I don't know why they made that call and how they didn't like reverse it. Like, it was such a bad call. That was awful. You are right. That's the worst call I've ever seen in European American football. It's another run by Helvetic. They're getting Kobe a little bit more involved. Not saying Foul wasn't a better team all over, they were, but the ref was, yeah, you are kind of right. I don't know, yeah, it was a terrible, I'm not sure who threw the flag on that play, but that was fucking diabolical. That was one of the worst flags possibly ever in sports history. That was a terrible one. Like calling a pass interference on a pick that was like in the background while he was already going for that. Ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. The Ravens down. It's 4th and 1. They're obviously going to go for this. I won't be surprised if they just call a sneak here. Or some kind of QB draw. Yeah, I don't know how they kept that call. That was an awful one. That was awful. I'm hoping they learned from that though. But some refs, not saying Malto or any ref in particular, but some refs kind of bury their head in the sand when it comes to stuff like that. They're like, I was right, I'm not going to cheat, you know what I mean? They get the first down on 4th. Very... Yeah, it was an awful one. It was still fun, the game was still fun. But like, all the competitiveness was kind of sucked out of it with that one. You are right. Still a fun experience for me, but... Ball goes up. Picked! Jeez. Jesus. I don't know why you throw that ball, to be honest. You had the run was going so well. That's bad. The run was going so well and they bailed on it. My gosh. Nothing's really going too much right for me in this one, I won't lie. Like, if they were going to score, they may as well score, because then it will get me on the old 60 plus point mark, nearly. But, like... I don't think anyone would pick the Mercs D. Okay, people trying to reason that Prague are above Munich. Prague are not above Munich. Not Prague, sorry. Paris. Hamadi with a nice right in the middle. Go! It wasn't Hamadi. It was Hamadi. I don't know if it was Hamadi. It was Hamadi. I actually don't know. Might have been. Not gonna lie, I'm pissed that they've cost me 70 quid, so. They're playing ass. They are playing ass. I can't believe they're playing this bad. From Munich standpoint. They're just going to run the ball out for sure now. I don't think we see them pass all that much, but like... Fumbles. So many fumbles. There you go. There's your answer. Of course, ELFopedia is the one with it. Okay, let's try this again, shall we, Munich? I think they've cost me money anyway. Because I cashed out on 2 bets for like 50p. I need them to score, and I need them to score pretty bugging quickly. 4th. 11 minutes left of the 4th quarter. There's another good catch. I don't know why they ever stop running the ball like this successfully. But Sam Hamadi has gone for a nice 100-yard game. Polio's gone for 120. Like, you look at that and you think, oh my god, they've done so well. Oh my god, Tabor's kind of been shit. I can't lie. No disrespect. Yeesh. I don't think they've got a chance, but I am surprised that Tabor has not played well. They were favoured to lose by 40. I mean, they have got like 200 or 250 rushing yards, but it's just not. It's just not an impressive performance by Munich. I won't lie. They need more. They need to be better. They can't play like this against top teams. Jesus, man. What's going on with Munich? Yeah, there you go. Game Pass still cheap because it's halfway through the year, isn't it? I'm just disappointed with them, and to be honest, if anything. Like, you know, I expected more. That's what I'm thinking. I expected a lot more. I thought they'd blow the brakes off of them. I thought they could at least get 2 scores in the fourth. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, maybe. They're in 10. Like, they're going to run it again. They run for a decent chunk, about 6 yards. Yeah, it's DAZN, isn't it? So it's like 1 year of DAZN. So you can watch NFL stuff on it too, UFL as well. It's good for Game Pass, I'm not going to lie. That's not me selling it. I wish I had some kind of affiliate link, that'd be great, but it's just a good one. You can watch all the World Cup if you want to, or you can watch like the boxing. Like, there's a good Game Pass on DAZN. Why not? Yeah, you can. I can. Was it just that game? I just got DAZN one. It's just I can watch whatever I want. That should be an interesting game with the Raiders and Ravens. I think that's going to be a fun one. If the Ravens play like this, Raiders will blow them out. Oh, Brock Durman just got released. Fehervar are fucked. Oh my god, so Madrid are going to be playing them against... Oh my days. Yeah, Madrid are going to kill him. Yep. Madrid are going to kill him. 4th and 3, they're going for it. They're not going to sneak this, are they? No, they're not. I was going to say, it looked like for a second they thought about sneaking it. He stopped. Munich looked bad, though. That's bad. Brother, they had 2 possessions wiped. I'm dumb. I'm Munich at the moment. What the fuck's going on? I'm disappointed massively. Not a good performance by them. Just poor. I'm upset. I think that's the main thing. Upset with Munich for just playing so bad. Very disappointing. I don't think that's what it is. I think they're just playing like ass. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they give a fuck about the Raiders. This is just a bad performance by them. They're calling that not... They didn't call... Or they didn't call that a fumble. I think they might maybe on review. I don't know if they're going to call that a fumble on review. I'll take it for the fantasy points, man, but like... I mean, I'm not sure that'll stand. If it does, fantastic. Munich have got a few players out, notably. Eto'o Louis on the sideline. Malik's not playing. Rodney's not playing. Actually, yeah, that probably is a fumble. I can't lie. Shout out. Oh, I don't think they do, brother. I ain't gonna lie. They have got, with this win, they'll be 7-1. Raiders are 5-3. They've got the division. I don't think they do. From what I've heard of the players, are like, you know, Raiders. They probably aren't going to be competing for the South. I don't think they care too much. This is a 4th division win for them. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Munich have got bigger problems than Raiders. Like, they got Madrid. That'll be a tough one. Madrid are a tough team to beat. If they lose both of them, sure, there'll be problems, but... Alright, PAT's good. So what's the score now in terms of numbers? That's also, PAT's good for my fantasy points as well. So they're up by 22. I need one more score from Munich. And then I'll be not happy, but I'll be less disappointed. I really wish I hadn't cashed out those other ones. I would have been able to cash out now, maybe for a lesser loss. I really don't see Munich getting another score, though. I think they're going to call it this. This is another fumble. I think Raiders are always... I feel like I'm going to annoy you with this one. Raiders are always punching up. Like, Raiders are always like, oh, Munich are thinking about us, and Vienna are thinking about us, and Madrid are thinking about us. But, like, not really. I think in terms of, like, the overall rivalry, Munich have got it against the Raiders pretty comfortably at the moment. Especially if they make the playoffs and take the division. For the Raiders, it's the most important game of the year so far. Every single game the Raiders have now is the most important. Because they've got the second absolute gauntlet to get to the playoffs. Alright, we need another defensive touchdown. Surged by 20. Interesting. I mean, I would be surprised if they win by 20. I won't lie. Alright, come on. Let's get another defensive score. I kind of need that. I need that for my financials. And I need that for my... My fantasy points. Incomplete. No, not Madrid. Madrid have got other issues. Madrid look like they're not going to get the playoffs, which is really brutal for them. 4 and 3, you know, it's possible, but not guaranteed, because they've got Fehervar, which they'll win, Helvetic they'll win, Raiders and Ravens, and then Galaxy. So Madrid probably do care very much about the Raiders right now, but I think they care more so about beating the Andronas and beating the Mercs, getting those 2 wins together, and then getting a bit of momentum. 2nd and 10. Norway's going to slide for a loss. Come on, Munich. Get one more. I'll take one more. If you just give me one more chance, I'll take it. But I just don't feel like they're going to go for it. Umbra with the tackle on that one. Just did a piece on him as a wonder kid. 3rd and 15. I mean, they could go for 40. It'd be good if they go in for 40. You know, I'm just saying it would be good if they got 40 and 41. It'd be nice. Just saying. 3rd and 15 now. It's going to be tough. They're going to go for the... Oh, it's a drop. Incomplete. Fourth down. They go for this. Probably a punt. Madrid have to split Raiders. Yeah, they do. They need at least a win. They could make playoffs 8 and 4. But like, if you learn from the Raiders past, 8 and 4 isn't often a one you get with playoffs. Raiders haven't really ever been in the playoffs, and they've been 8 and 4 every year. Right, looks like they're gonna punt. I just want to see one more score. One more score. Fake punt is crazy. Falling for the fake punt is even crazier. They fell for a fake punt. That's embarrassing. God, Munich, man, what's going on? Get it together. I know they're up comfortable, but like, come on now. That's just unorganized, you know? A fake punt? Yeah, one time, but he went out in the first round, I'm pretty sure. So like, you know, 8 and 4 isn't good enough to make playoffs consistently. Come on, Munich. This is not a great performance. There's another outside run by Norwood, is going to go for a short game. Just like, you know, it's not what you wanted. I'm not well worried from this one. Naturally, they're fucking up my bets, which is caused me to lose my cash. But more so of just like, they just don't feel good. Yeah, I mean, but still, like I've said, like they were not. It's not enough. Is what I'm saying. 8 and 4 ain't enough to consistently make playoffs. They just keep letting Norwood out the middle, like so much. That's not flag. Relax. That's not a flag. It's not enough consistently to make playoffs. And to be honest, 8 and 4 this year is definitely not going to be enough to make playoffs for everyone. Because Prague, maybe 8 and 4. Stuttgart, maybe 8 and 4. Or Paris. Rhine, maybe even potentially 8 and 4. Raiders and Madrid also maybe 8 and 4. So there's a ton of teams that could be 8 and 4. I still don't think Zach was MVP. That's my hot take. I think he was very good, but I didn't have it as MVP. I think I had Glenn as MVP. I think. Oh, we won another defensive score, but I just know it ain't gonna happen. Oh. And then I will be leaving and then coming back for the next game. I'm not going to be continuing on the stream. I literally will leave and then come back. But otherwise I'll just be sat here for an hour or so. 2 hours. I'll be sat for 2 hours. I don't want to be sat here for 2 hours. Oh, and then we got Galaxy versus Stuttgart. It should be quite a fun game, I think. Come on, Munich. Make something out of this. Get one more score. That's all I want. One more touchdown. That's all I need. Make up for all the mistakes, you know. But I think they're probably just going to run the ball out, to be honest. Screen gets a decent. Going to be about 4th and 1. But I don't think they can stop them. I think it's going to run the ball. Like, I don't know, man. I'm so disappointed with Munich. I know they're winning it by like 3 possessions. And I know you could be like, oh, well, you know, you lost money on this one, which is fair. But like, I expected a lot more from Munich in this game. Just even if they won by like 10 points, they just don't look right now like a good team. They don't look like a team we're going to win a championship from, you know what I'm saying? Right. Flag. We'll see what happens to that. I think it's a first down for them, yeah. Oh, I don't know. They're definitely going to drop. Munich are definitely going to drop in the power rankings. Where do I have them? Let's have a look. Where did I have them in my power rankings? That's on the power rankings. I had them at 2. I think they dropped to like, depends how Paris and Storm do. But I think probably 3 or 4. People still saying Storm at number 1. No. Storm always stepped on. Storm had a bad game in the last game. I feel like people only look at the scores sometimes. They don't look at the actual games, and then they feel very confident in commenting on stuff like that. Norwood passing over the middle. Cool. Again, Helvetic are moving the chains, and like you say, arrogance from Munich. Bragg and Helvetic were worried about Cologne. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that. That was, I believe, Jarvis, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking Vienna 1. Depends if they beat Paris. Whoever wins that one will be number 1. And then whoever is in that will probably still be above Munich. Because Munich have looked poor. That's not a flag, ref. Come on now, you can't call that a late hit. That was barely even a hit. So disappointed in him. I mean, shit. I think I've still not got a chance of it going over 62 either. That's a great annoying thing. Disappointing. ton of flags. I ain't gonna fucking loads of them. I'm gonna go for dragons. I'm a fan of dragons. Apparently Max Verstappen has signed a long-term contract with Mercedes. The announcement is expected this week. That would be kind of nutty. Very interesting. Alright, well, they could make this a little bit closer. But they've been so bad at red zone again. Munich have really kind of been let off the hook because shit like that happens to them. And they just somehow they don't capitalize. It's another touchdown for Norwood because they just let him go free. There's no contain, there's no spy. There's no urgency, like you say, arrogance, I think, from this team today. Shit, man, at least some people will get a little bit more, like, happy with the Helvetic look a little bit better. Which makes you think what would happen if they kept a quarterback and actually put Norwood as just a guy that could just be good with the rock in his hands. We go for 2. Which is fair. I'm just pissed that I've lost a lot of bets. Brings up to 54 as well. They get it with that try. 54 points was the total. I'm assuming we're not going to get any points scored in this one. Man, that's a tough pill to swallow, I can't lie. I'm just pissed that they didn't even look like they wanted to be there. Munich didn't even look like they wanted to be there at all. Mental. Very disappointed in Munich. Exceedingly disappointed in Munich. And I will be talking about in the LF Live. I did not hold back with Nordic. I will not hold back with Munich. I still wait for them to post it up. I shall be ready in the comment section at ELF. Because it's a 2-possession game. It's a 13-point game. It's really not that much. Very poor. And also my defensive fantasy points are going to be fucked. They've allowed 20 points and multiple touchdowns. Like, what has been... They've allowed Norwood to get multiple touchdowns. They've allowed him to get 100 yards on the ground, which is mental. Like, they've not even really tried. Their passing, their run D has been kind of poor. Actually, not even kind of poor. It has been very poor. Tabor's not been good. So many fumbles. 1 by Humadi, 2 by Polier, or at least 1 lost by Polier. Not good. Munich gonna fall. Definitely gonna fall. I know some people will be pissed about that because Munich always seem to be very vocal. Exactly. There you go. Point. Yeah. Exactly. Man, what a number that is. Not a good one for the Ravens. They're gonna get the win. They're gonna get the 7-1 record. They're gonna get the conference victory. But it's just, you know, you beat Stuttgart. Yet you kind of struggled a little bit with Helvetic because taking forever to get this game started back up again. I went for the onside kick. Didn't work. Raven got absolutely blasted. It was Jason Sanders. Went to the university in the UK. Got absolutely fucking bashed, but good play by him to recover. First down. Do they go for a... I mean, Tabor's not even in. Do they just run this out? I think they probably do. They're up by 14. Flags coming in already. Love that. We'll find out. Took surge. 15, but yeah, true. I mean, let's have a look. See if there's any big ones. Yeah, 15. Madrid are favored by 36. Vienna are... Paris are actually favored by 1. That's interesting. I've lost a ton on this one. I've lost like 70, I think I lost on this one. Because the same thing that happened with Ryan last week, where I had like some others I was more confident on, but then this one is an additional. First down, kind of making a bit of a meal at the end here. Munich again still. I know there's unsportsmanlike on both sides, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, guys. Now, at least the crowd actually saw a competitive game. That's at least something, you know. We get probably one more run into the 2-minute warning. Yep. Have they got a Tokyo on Morden? No, it's not a Tokyo, is it? No. It's just a Morum's jersey. Right. I was thinking, is that Tokyo on Morum? But it's just his jersey number. It says a lot they couldn't even be bothered to take the fucking names off the jersey numbers. Man, I'm disappointed. Were we too hasty with Munich? Yeah, I'm pissed that they looked so poor. They have let me down. I believed in them too much. We'll see. We're looking forward to the next game. Sounds to be at 5. That'll be in a couple hours. Luke should fumble it for a return touchdown. Ah, we'll just fucking got my hair caught in my chair hand. Like fucking armrest. That fucking hurt. Touch if I haven't fun it, but it's such more good than I have at least a touchdown. That'll be a hell of a last few minutes. This last couple of minutes has dragged out because of unsportsmanlikes and teams being a bit faffy. My knees are getting fucked up. Seizing up, the heat getting grim. Oh man, Munich. Not good enough. People will be pissed when I lower them on the power rankings. Munich are very vocal. Some of the players are very vocal. I'll lower them and I know exactly who's going to message me and be like, oh, the refs fucked me over and we had injuries and this and that. But, I mean, you just look at the overall picture, they just haven't been good enough. At least we'll get the runs. I really do feel bad that Simon Homadi didn't get a touchdown. The clock will tick. I'm nearly at the end of the game, and then I'll join you guys in a couple hours for the next one. was my chance for a camera to recharge as well. I'm surprised it hasn't died yet. I think it's going to die any second now. Usually does after about 3.5 hours. Another run. That's third and one converted. Thank God for that. Clock can just keep ticking. Munich take a 34-20 lead. I'm ready with Twitter fingers. And there is the meal. That brings us up. A disappointing Munich. I just wasn't a fan. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a couple of hours for this one. Munich are going to finish 34-20 victors. But, like, do they really earn that? I'm not a big fan of that game for them. Right. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Toodle pip. See you in a bit. Thank you everyone for this first installment of the stream. I'll be back in a few hours, like I say. So don't miss me too much.